After taking down the Bulls standoff, Jordan ushered in the biggest criticism of his career. Chicago-based journalist Sam Sniss exposed his crimes with a book. Bahrain teammates are disobedient, savage selfishness, arrogant and vain. In short, it has nothing to do with the image of the basketball god. More like a total bully. It was looted as soon as it was released. Smith also turned a pot full of helpless Jordan can only carry full of anger. In the 91st and 99th season, led the Bulls to an impressive 37-5 record, locked the regular umbrella application in advance. This barely stopped Smith. So far, Jordan has foreshadowed. What kills the championship is the championship itself. After defeating the dragon of the bad boys, he became the biggest dragon in the eyes of the league. Finally, the Chicago Bulls are running full at 6-7% 15 bowling. Jordan's scoring average dropped to 30.1 points per game. Fans excitedly discuss the growth of the clash, while strongly condemning Jordan's year-over-year decline. Rodman has a game this season. With 8.7 rebounds, he was crowned the king of rebounds. The Navy Singer won the cap net with 4.5 caps. Stuxton assists with 13.7. True Wizard Dwayne Ronjing double crown. In comparison, Jordan's numbers have indeed dropped a lot. But don't forget, playoffs. It is the stage that truly tests the orange of the superstar. Ripe to face the Miami Heat, Jordan was angry and smashed into the yellow water. That is 46 points, 11 baskets, and late wine assists. The second is to get 33 points and 13 baskets in 3 clocks. Wide in front of the Heat. There are only 2 options at this point. One is to surrender half. The other is to try to defend the South Coast. It's a pity. Brother Lund came from failing to recognize the situation. But Lynn Heat is advocating playing 33-19 dream start. Then it was successfully forced out. Jordan's strongest form. He reached 54 in the last 3 quarters. Brutally swept the South Coast, only to the Eastern Conference semifinals. The Bulls met the New York Gangster. They were also known as the bad boys of the 90s, leading big brother Patrick Fume. 10 years ago, George led the NCAA killing party. Punch Bridge Beach. Kick the door. Gorilla. 2 public players Ul Sauckley. Gang Master Chio was once the most powerful guardian. Hard Steel Horse Red Hand Thorn Pippen. Shenyang once made teammates with the Great Wall 1 year. Yao Ming claims he fights more than plays basketball. Returning hand Anthony Mason. A body of steely tendon meat. The stronger the physical confrontation, the better the finishing ability. Jianghu people. New York Beast. Wilkins Jr. and Starks in the backcourt. A single-room lock with a tendency to violence. One is the nerves that get used to running wild when the first 4 battles, the 2 sides are evenly divided. Cloak Angry Legend Ming Dynasty. Dick Bavita. Are you afraid they won't let you go home? Murderer Mason slapped his lips. If the referee is really in our favor. So now we've swept the Bulls. So, in a nutshell, this is a team as savage as fire. And under the guidance of Pat Riley, Zoel McDaniel puts strength on Pippen. Let the second Bull lead the game, scoring only 10 points out of 4 out of 11. And he himself scored 26 points in 11 of 23 shots. Up to the greatest tragedy of the New York gang. That's when they met peak Jordan. After crossing the iron barrel town of Detroit, Jordan, whether it's football skills or sincerity, have been fully upgraded. Eventually evolved into an unstoppable will. No matter how many times you put him down, he will stand up and run away as soon as possible. Come on, hurt each other. In the end, he won the audience. 17 free throws. If you watch the 37-point team win, but the New York gang is not going to let it go. Back to Madison Garden. Ian McDaniel, Starks. The trio hit more than 60% and slashed 78 points. Chased the big score to 303. In order not to kill, the referee is deliberately robbing the World War to strength and supervision. And Jordan didn't say a word, staring at McDaniel, like a beast locked on its target. This is a game with no fundamentals. Jordan kept charging into New York's restricted area, and was shot down onto the free throw line. His first 8 points. It's all exchanged in this way. This is the side of Jordan, when he got up and got into the game. Fight for every inch of land. Zijibijiao. Treat every round as if it were the last one. New York fans can only ask puzzled questions. Why is this braised egg red-eyed? Action, but still so silky. In the end, the Knicks only lasted for half a game. Full collapse. Jordan went crazy haggling for 42 points and 3 blocks. Send a signal to the media, by the way. Thank you to the New York gang for their poetic resistance. Let me experience the god of war again. The pleasure of the bad boys. Dongju's opponent is the knight who eliminated the Green God Army. Team. They are the second best attacking team this season. Every night, Z has the strength to fight. There is a group of bench gangsters on the bench. Under the leadership of Thousand Saints instructor Wilkins. They cut it down themselves. Win or lose with the Bulls. So the Zen Master had to send the killer money at the bottom of the press box in advance. Pass the ball to Jordan. He will lead us to victory. And so the team became Joe again. Background for it on Dan Finken Road. And the day before the Bulls advanced to the finals, the battle for Western supremacy has also come to an end. Glider led the Pioneers. Beat Utah double breaks. The ultimate showdown between him and Jordan. It also means NBA enters a whole new chapter. He who gains the sky gains the world. Drexler is averaging 25 points per game this season, 6.7 assists, 6.6500. In the regular MVP selection, it is second only to Jordan. He can buckle a basketball into a 3'6" basket. So go to some extent. You can't treat him like a human, but the most fundamental difference between him and Jordan, what's missing is a kind of self-respecting domineering. The finals begin. Jordan left the golden triangle behind. I just want to find waxing egg jump. 35 points at halftime. Hit a level 6 3-pointer. It's all about breaking the knot of history. 122-89 between the fingers. Glider went up in smoke. In the second game, Glider scored 26 assists and 7 rebounds. It's perfect for the average star. Can be placed in front of Jordan with 39 points and 5 rebounds. It's inevitable that some of them can't be on the table. I should have known that Angie was a heroic act. Blessings only get 9 points. Help the Pioneers escape from danger. Then back to Portland. Wakionji played the masterpiece of this round of finals at home. 32 points, 9 nets. Official hit rate 71.8%. But the last laugh, or Jordan, because of the overall shooting percentage of other players in the Blazers, only 27.8%. Bulls effortless. Another big win. There are only 2 ways I will be in front of the Glider. I have been ignoring 3-7-24. One-on-one with Jordan. Lose the series with dignity. Instead, continue to play team basketball with teammates. Then we were ruthlessly run over by the Bulls together. Just when he was in a dilemma. The Bulls are back. The fourth game started with a dream 22-9. Duke of Chet Asher Gattleman finally couldn't sit still. He waved his hand. But the Glider Danny Angie, Coral McCorsey, Christopher Robinson, the stream of tripod dancers formed on the field. The original death is invalid. Then miraculously turned defeat into victory, chasing the big score 2-2-2-2. Steve Kerr is still playing for the flag at this time. He never dreamed. At the finals more than 20 years later, he will be able to sleep. How do you become a champion of nights? Quantia is here. How did the Bull crack this trick? And the answer is very simple. Give the ball to Jordan. Battle of Junwang Mountain. A total of 67 fouls were committed by both sides. If not for the beginning, the alliance encourages normal physical confrontation. I'm afraid even the substitute is moldy. But as the Blazers retreated to the inside, the Lake light hands. And Jordan started going crazy inside. Bomb for 46 points with a 73.3% true hit rate. So far, the Ketters have completely lost hope of a comeback. Game 6 returns to Chicago. The Bulls won the second group championship with 97-93. Jordan is averaging 35.8 points, 4.8 rebounds and 6.5 assists per game. Repeated finals MVP. Since the establishment of this strength, the man who guards the feet of time. There's no such thing as an endless battle for gliders. I just know that the finals are often the battlefield for bayonets. It's not a team thing. Ad player. Just a signal from the first person in the alliance. Often the ultimate. Individual heroism.